Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be what the narcissist never thought you would do. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So, what did the narcissist never think you would do? First of all, they did not believe you were strong enough to implement no contact. The next thing, they didn't think you were smart enough to figure out who they were. The third thing they didn't figure out was that you were resilient. You are resilient. You are stronger than they ever thought. You see, what the narcissist wanted to do was to take everything from you that they possibly could throughout that relationship, to leave you a shell of yourself, to crumble you up like a sheet of paper and throw you away in the freeway. Now, that is not meant to trigger you or upset you, but it's what these people do because they don't care about anybody but themselves. They don't care about one person on the planet other than themselves. And they never thought you were smart enough to figure out who they were. So what happened? I will tell you. When you were in that relationship, you were giving to a fault. Maybe you were a people pleaser. Maybe you were a yes person. I can assure you, you didn't have boundaries because if you had any, they would have been smashed by the narcissist. But along the way, you kept on working for the relationship. You kept on working for the narcissist. You became what I call the unpaid helper, the walking apology, the sounding board, the person who would regulate and keep the narcissist ship upright. Now, was that your job? No, you didn't sign up for that. You signed up for a healthy, stable, two-way reciprocal relationship. But you see, that's not what you get when you're in these narcissistic relationships. You get a one-way ticket to Destructionsville. And the narcissist knows this because they had done this to other people before they met you. They're doing it with other people right now. And don't think for a moment that even if you were married to the narcissist, don't think that you're the only person that they were in the relationship with. Think again. The narcissist gets supply from anything, from a pet, to a plane, to a person, to Amazon, to a car, to talking about people, or to going to experiences or to events, etc. Social media is another big one. But what the narcissist never thought you would do was put yourself back together. You see, what you have to do post a narcissistic relationship is you have to really insulate and protect yourself. You have to stay in what I call the cocoon of boundaries. This is a place where there is no toxicity in your vicinity, in your area, and you have to unplug and unpack the narcissistic relationship. And then when you go down that rabbit hole, you're going to figure out that there were other narcissists that were in your life also. But it took that one narcissist to get you to figure out that these people, many of them, don't have your best interest at heart, and that not everybody thinks the way you think. Not everybody wants the best for you. And at the top of that list is certainly the narcissist. So let's again go back in time. When you met them, what happened? The narcissist was wearing a mask. They were manipulating you. They were singing your praises, telling you A, B, and C, and we can do this, and we can grow old together, or we can raise a family, or we can relocate, or we can start a business, or you can put a roof over my head or pay my way through college, etc. And all these things, it's because the narcissist knew who you were. You see, they figured out what made you tick very early on in the inception of that relationship. They tested you. They were always testing you to see how much empathy you have, how much money you had, how much you cared about humanity. Would you continue to work for them? Would you continue to put out the fires that they were starting, etc.? Would you raise their children? Would you put a roof over their head? Would you spend all the money that you acquired up until the point when you met them on the narcissist, on vacationing all over the globe, etc.? See, this is what the narcissist wants. And if you didn't have something that they wanted, believe me, they wouldn't have entered a relationship with you. Because the narcissist looks for people, high quality people that have something to offer, or people that can't break the trauma bond, that stay stuck in that loop of misery, in that loop of destruction. This is what the narcissist wants. So let's say that the narcissist was your adult child, or is your adult child, I should say. Well, if they are still reaching out and talking to you, or contacting you and threatening you, or telling you A, B, and C, that is not going to change anytime soon. You see, the narcissist, in this case, your adult child, they are weaponizing your love for them against you. Play that again. It's an instrumental part of this video. Nothing will change on this planet until you do. Now, again, that's a very difficult pill for many people to swallow. It was difficult for me to understand that also. But the truth is, the narcissist will not change. They can't introspect. They can't grow. They can't elevate. They want to take and take and take. And when they're done, what do they want to do? That's right. They want to take more. But using the adult child as an example, a real life example, if you will, these people, the adult children, of the healthy, stable person, the adult child that's the narcissist or toxic person. What they want to do is they want to blame you for being you. They want to guilt you into being you. They want to keep you stuck and trapped, wondering, are they okay? Should you send them more money? Should you answer their phone call, etc.? And the narcissist never thought that what you would do in this example is perhaps implement no contact or become unavailable, as I say in videos. Becoming unavailable means if the narcissist is contacting you, let's say, and again, using the adult child as an example, they're contacting you once or twice a day, every day, like clockwork. Well, maybe what you want to do is not be as available as possible. Maybe you just want to cut those communications down to once a day, and then eventually a couple times a week, and eventually, unfortunately, maybe go no contact. That's up for you to decide. But I will share something with you. If you're still communicating with the narcissist, no matter who it is, they will continue to zap your energy. They will continue to play the victim. They will continue to blame you, and nothing ever will improve. That's why nothing changes until you do. That's why you need to understand that this is your journey, this is your life, this is your destiny, it's your calling, it's your path. And if you are giving your energy to somebody who turns out to be a narcissistic person or a toxic person, all they want to do is continue to keep you trapped and to have you doubt yourself and to keep on giving to a fault and to keep on being available, etc. Because the narcissist never ever thinks or thought that you would go no contact, that you would block them, delete them, remove them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them. But if you've done that, you know what I'm talking about. If you're thinking about doing it, you know that you need to do it. If this is the first video you're ever consuming, understand that there are so many layers upon layers of the narcissistic abusive cycle that you're going to have to process. You're going to have to heal childhood wounds. You're going to have to journal. You're going to have to meditate. You're going to have to see a therapist. You're going to have to slow your life down. You're going to have to do so many things, but that's what we all have to do on the healing path. And that is why this is the relationship that you need to heal from. Think about other relationships that you were a part of. Did you have to heal from them? Probably not. Let's say that you lost some loved ones and they passed. Okay, well, did you have to grieve their passing and the loss of them? Of course you did. But that's what we have certain ceremonies for. Ceremony of life or a funeral, etc. It's because we're celebrating one's existence, which is no longer on the planet. When the narcissistic relationship ends, it usually ends with a thud, a crash, a bang. You're normally or usually sideswiped. You can't believe what just happened because the narcissist ripped the mask off. They showed you their disdain for you. They showed you who they really are and how little they cared about you and that they manipulated you. And they'll give you the smirk and they'll show you the big black beach ball pupils filled with supply staring at you, almost like a shark. And when they do that, they're saying, yeah, this is me. What are you going to do about it? And what you say is in disbelief. You don't know what's going on because you didn't know what narcissism was. You weren't taught this in school. But when that happens, that's when you really have to get the needle in a haystack. You have to figure out what narcissism is. And not everybody does. As I'm creating this video and you're consuming it, maybe you're going to bed right now. Maybe you're waking up, having a coffee. Maybe you're at work. Maybe you're on a train, a plane, an automobile. Maybe you're at the beach. Maybe you're vacationing. Maybe you're sitting right next to the narcissist right now and you're preparing or developing or creating an exit plan. Point being is you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And if where you are is not where you want to be, you need to understand to get where you're going, you're going to have to make some changes. And that will be including removing the narcissist from your life. Now again, I understand not everybody can do that. It's not as easy as that. If you can't, begin to pull back slowly. Don't rock the boat. Utilize gray rock. Become dull and boring. Get off the radar of the narcissist. Do not continue to give them supply or do not communicate with them the way you used to. And then what will the narcissist do? They'll be in disbelief. They will be scratching their head saying, how did you do that? How on earth did you get so strong? What is your magic pill? What did you do? Usually, I keep people trapped in the fog as long as I want them trapped. And usually people are pining for me and giving me more and more chances and opportunities. And usually people continue to communicate with me because I know what to do and how to manipulate them. But you're different. How did you do that? That's what the narcissist will be saying. So the narcissist will be in disbelief when you finally get the message and you go no contact and maybe you relocate or maybe you have to move or maybe you just change everything up and you get a new phone and get a new job and all the things that you're going to have to do, you'll figure out in time. But I will tell you right now, if you're in the vicinity or the proximity of the narcissist and you have the ability to remove yourself, I strongly suggest you do it. I will tell you right now, the further you get away from these people, the smaller they get. The smaller they get, the stronger you get. The stronger you get, the more clarity arrives in your mind. The clearer your mind gets, the more you can understand what kind of relationship you are in and that you do need to heal from it. So what the narcissist won't believe that you did, they will be in disbelief at how strong you are, how courageous you are, how resilient you are, how focused you are, because the narcissist captured you for a period of time, which was the length of that relationship. They did not ever think you would break the ties, the emotional tie, the financial tie, the physical tie, and yes, the spiritual tie, which I'll talk about in a moment, of the narcissistic relationship. But you did it, or you're doing it, and you understand that running away and run for the hills, getting away from these people as fast as you can, is the path. It's what you must do. The spiritual side of the narcissistic relationship is something that I know an awful lot about. I don't really discuss it that much during videos, but I'm going to begin to do so. This is an element that many people can't wrap their head around, because many people can't even wrap their head around what narcissism is, and that's okay. For those of us who have been through the cycle and we've risen through the ashes like a phoenix and put ourselves back together and dusted ourselves off, we understand that there is a spiritual side to the narcissistic relationship. There's an energetic connection that will always be there. Yes, I do mean always. And you may not agree with everything. You may not understand what I'm sharing with you, and that's fine. That's okay. Maybe you haven't been through a narcissistic relationship, and that's a good thing. My hope is you never go through one. My hope is that the narcissistic relationships are eradicated from the planet right now. But since that's not going to happen, I continue to educate people each and every day. And talking about the spiritual side of the narcissistic relationship, think about this. Think about how many times you would be thinking about somebody. Maybe it was your brother or sister, and I'm putting narcissism on the side for a moment. You'll be thinking about somebody, or your mom or somebody, and then boom, you get a phone call or a text, and they will call you or text you and say, hey, I was just thinking about you. And you'll be like, yeah, that's amazing. I was just thinking about you too. Okay, well, that's an energetic connection. Now flip it, go back to the narcissist. The narcissist is a dark energy source, a dark energy force, and there's a spiritual connection there, along with the other connections I told you, the emotional, financial, and physical. But the spiritual one is the most challenging one to break, and it does exist, because there are times when on the healing path or post-relationship that you'll be thinking of the narcissist, and what happened? Lo and behold, knock, 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 a Hoover. Maybe you get a snail mail in your post box. Maybe you get a knock on the door. Maybe you get an email. Maybe you didn't block them and you got a text or a phone call. Maybe a flying monkey pops up and it reveals themselves, but they're talking about the narcissist and asking questions about you, and they want to take you to lunch because they want to pick your brain and see if you've healed. You see, there are so many different layers upon layers, but the spiritual side of the narcissistic relationship is one that I do not take lightly, nor do I take the other three ties. This is a very serious, dark connection that must be separated. It must not have any information about you. You must become small, get off the radar of the narcissist. And again, the narcissist does know what they're doing. They do know there's a spiritual, dark, energetic connection there. That is why they Hoover many times. Think about it. If the narcissist was a stable or healthy person, would they try to go back and enter your life or try to disrupt your energy if they had your best interest at heart? No, they wouldn't. Go back in time to any other relationship you had that was not with a narcissist. Romantic, friendship, colleague, coworker, whatever, neighbor. These people entered your life for a period of time and they exited the same way. In other words, they were with you for a period, they didn't disrupt your energy, and you left or they left and you just never really think about them again. Well, that's a healthy, stable relationship. And some people are in your life for a day, a week, a month, a year, a season, a lifetime. But the narcissistic relationship, it's not like that. It takes you on a roller coaster of emotions. You're walking around on eggshells. You lose your identity to the narcissist. You become a shell of yourself. You are doing things you never thought you would do. You're acting ways you never thought you would act. You're tolerating behaviors you didn't know you would tolerate, and you're saying things you never thought you would say because you were caught up in the narcissistic fog, or the trauma bond, or the devaluation stage, or all three. And this is what the narcissist wants. So now, fast forwarding to finish this example, the relationship is over. And then let's say you did block the narcissist, or even if you didn't, many times these people, i.e. the narcissist, they will pop back up a week later, a month, a year, a decade, 20 years later. Why do you think they do that? I'll tell you why. Because there's a connection there. There's an energetic connection. That's why you need to get away from these people as far as you possibly can. Because anything, and I mean anything, could not only trigger you, set you back, keep you stuck. Anything can happen. That's what the narcissist wants to do. They want you thinking about them. They want to be living in your mind rent-free. They don't want you advancing in life. They don't want you fulfilling or finding or accomplishing your purpose. They don't want you reaching your goals and fulfilling your hopes, dreams, and aspirations. They don't want you to ascend to the high level where you will or you have ascended to. You see, the narcissist has always been trying to prevent you from arriving at a place called the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference. That is where so many of us are waiting for you. We are reaching our hands down to pull you back up, or to pull you up to get you to where we are. And that's what I do during one-on-one sessions. I help people heal. I help people understand what they were up against or what they are up against and how to get out of it. That's the path. That's what my moonshot, my calling is. That's what I do each and every day. So understanding the narcissist will not be, they won't believe what you've done. As the thumbnail mentions, they won't believe how strong you are. They won't believe that you're the one that got away. They won't believe that you actually went no contact, etc. And you closed the door on the chapter, in the chapter on the narcissistic relationship. You sealed it airtight. You don't look backwards. You take the lifelong learning lessons from the past, you apply them to present day, and you certainly do not predict the future. Remember what I'm sharing with you. This is why the narcissist wants that door left open just a crack post-relationship. This is why the narcissist won't give you closure. This is why they toy with people's emotions, their minds, their energy, their money, their relationships, and everything else. So understand what I'm sharing with you. So again, if where you are is where you want to be in life or on the planet, really take a deep breath in and say to yourself, wow, I made it. I'm in a good space. And I did a lot. I went to hell and back, but I got where I need to be, and I can now enjoy being where I am because I've healed and I've gone through the cycle and I'm in a good space. If you're not there yet, that means there's work to be done. That means you still need to be focusing on yourself, not on the narcissist. That's why you need to become educated and empowered, awakened and aware, and understand that you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. Now, I repeat many things in the videos I create to get these messages to hit home with you, because eventually 1, 2, or 3 of these things are going to click. And they're going to go boom, boom, boom. And what's going to happen? You're going to get light bulb moments left, right, and center. And that's why each and every video, I repeat at times certain keywords and phrases that I've coined over the years. Because when these things click, when you get the light bulb moments, that's when you begin to crack the code. That's when you put one more piece of the puzzle together. That's when you realize that perhaps today is the day you need to go no contact, etc. with the narcissist. Understand what I'm sharing. So the narcissist won't believe how strong you are. They won't believe how courageous and resilient you are. They will never believe that they couldn't take you down and out for the count. Remember, if you were discarded or if you ended it yourself, either way, my heart goes out to you. But the narcissist did not think you would put yourself back together, because before you, probably, most likely, most of the people that they were in relationships with were either stuck, are stuck, or never figured out and never put 2 and 2 together, which is deduce what the narcissistic abusive cycle is. But you have, and that's what you're doing right now. And that's why you are getting your cup full, and that's why you're understanding that this is a very serious relationship. It's the relationship you need to heal from. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. I love you all. God bless you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. I hope you like the background. I hope you like the birds and the beautiful weather and everything. Understand what I'm sharing with you. You are beautiful. You're abundant. You're needed. You're loved. You're cherished. You're precious. You're an amazing human being. So take every word I'm sharing with you. Play the video. Play it a few times and understand that you have a whole lot in front of you. But what's in front of you will be a life without the toxic narcissistic person or without narcissism in your life, because now you're going to have boundaries. I love you all. God bless you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.